There comes a point in life when you realize that the gap between where you are and where you want to be is only bridged by the actions you take today. Welcome to Beyond Average Success. In this video, we're going over 3 life-changing self-improvement tips from the legendary entrepreneur, author, and motivational speaker, Jim Rohn. Because sometimes the smallest shifts in your habits can completely transform your future. The first tip is knowing that formal education will only make you a living, while self education will make you a fortune. This profound insight strikes at the heart of personal growth. It highlights the difference between settling for survival and striving for greatness. Working a 9 to 5 feels like you're caught in an endless loop, waking up each day just to survive, but not truly living, just going through the motions on autopilot as your dreams slip further away with every clock in and every clock out, leaving you wondering if you'll ever break free from this relentless struggle. Formal education equips you with the basics, a job and a paycheck, earning just enough to get by. But self education, the persistent pursuit of learning outside of the classroom, outside of constraints of a syllabus, learning what you want, learning what makes your heart beat faster with excitement. Learning what fills your soul with a burning passion that nothing and no one will ever be able to extinguish. This is the learning that transforms lives, because this learning is not about passing or failing grades. Traditional learning conditions you to fear failure, branding it as the end. But in truth, failure is not a verdict, it's a lesson. Failure should be embraced because each failure is a step closer towards success. It's a stepping stone towards growth and mastery. Self education builds the foundation for true freedom, where you're not just working for a paycheck, but creating a life filled with purpose and abundance. Seeking knowledge that fuels your passion and aligns with your dreams, ultimately turning you into the architect of your own future. It empowers you to think differently, to innovate, and recognize opportunities that others overlook. In the end, it's not the degrees on the wall that matter most. It's the passion, knowledge, experiences, and fulfillment you seek on your own that will define you. Formal education may open doors, but self education hands you the keys to the entire building, giving you access to higher levels of opportunities that would otherwise remain out of reach, crafting a life of both personal and financial freedom. The second tip is understanding that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about that, because it's a truth that hits hard. Your closest circle shapes your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your future. If you surround yourself with underachievers who thrive on drama, drain your energy, and settle for mediocrity, then you too will start to mirror their limitations and end up an underachiever as well, because it's what you're constantly exposed to. Misery loves company because it feeds on the shared weight of despair, dragging others down to feel less alone in its darkness. Mediocre work ethic will result in unfulfillment, low income, and struggle. In addition, people who live for drama will anchor you in chaos and hold you back from the growth and success you're destined for. Those who feel trapped in their own limitations desperately try to pull others down with them, fearing that your ascent will only highlight their own unrealized dreams. You're not like the majority. The fact that you're watching this video right now proves that you're different. It proves that you want more. Therefore, you will achieve more because you won't stop until you get it. That right there is the winner's mindset. I truly believe in your ability to succeed. When you're in the presence of those who challenge you, those who inspire you, those who push you to be better, and those who support your growth, then you rise with them. Choosing your inner circle carefully is not just about friendships. It's about the trajectory of your life. The right people and mentors will help you become who you were meant to be, lifting you out of complacency and catapulting you into greatness. The third tip is the realization that we all must suffer from one of two pains, either the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is that the pain of discipline only weighs ounces, whereas the pain of regret weighs tons. In the ruthless journey of life, you are constantly faced with a choice that will define your very existence. You can either choose the excruciating yet temporary pain of discipline to keep fighting for what you want, or the gradual, suffocating weight of regret that looms like an anchor on your soul, slowly dragging you down into a lifelong pit filled with those who gave up. Discipline is like a fierce storm that rages through your life, shaking the very foundation of your resolve. In the midst of its destructive winds and torrential rains, it feels as though you may be swept away, leaving your dreams battered and hopes drowned. Yet, just as all storms must pass, so too does the chaos of discipline give way to clarity. When the clouds finally part and the sun breaks through, you'll find yourself stronger, more resilient, and equipped with the wisdom that only comes from weathering the storm. The burden of discipline and hard work will press down upon you, but this weight is light compared to the staggering heaviness you'll feel if you give up on your goals. If you do give up, then you'll be forced to look back one day full of regret. The regret of knowing that if you didn't give up, then you could have had everything you ever wanted. This will settle into your heart like a dark cloud, reminding you of unchased dreams and opportunities squandered. What separates the successful from the unsuccessful is that the successful never gave up, whereas the unsuccessful stopped fighting when things got difficult. It's vitally important to understand that difficulties are part of the natural process for growth, and those difficulties are there to teach you the necessary lessons needed to build you up to those higher levels of success that you're reaching for. The good news is that it's not too late. Decide at this very moment to choose discipline now instead of regret later. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You're not alone on this journey. Here at Beyond Average Success, you'll find community, support, and inspiration as you pursue your goals. Remember, success is not a destination, it's a way of life. So keep learning, keep growing, keep believing in yourself, and you will certainly achieve beyond average success.